Windhoek Hub is a hub filled with young, dynamic individuals who are making an impact on their society. The hub brings together young people who are willing to share their time and efforts in social projects to enhance and brighten the lives of the communities in and around Windhoek. To give us more details on their mandate is the head of fundraising, Kudzai, Sibanda. Very good evening to you, Kudzai, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. How are you doing this evening?
Doing fantastic. I think a good start would be just to give us a brief history of Global Shapers and the philosophy relating to what you do exactly.
Okay, so basically we're a birth child of the World Economic Forum, and the World Economic Forum established what you would call global leaders. And we see this all the time, people aged between 30 to late 30s, and these are the people that are shaping the world, making decisions around us, politicians, diplomats, and that. So what then happened is they thought, what would happen if we took younger people and we put them inside the same room and they had the same mind, and we said, okay, how can you change the society you're living in and the environment? How can you influence it? What kind of conversations can you then have? And that is the history of how Global Shapers then became Global Shapers. And looking at the philosophy of it even, when we do meet up for meetings and when I also joined, the philosophy behind it was, how can I help? How can I shape my environment? How can I change my society? How can I lead discourse? So that's basically the philosophy behind Global Shapers.
Now, Kudzai, we understand that you focus on projects that will have a sustainable impact on the youth. Talk to us a bit about that and give us some examples.
Okay, so quite recently we had the Share the Warm Clothing Drive over winter, where we just collected clothes and warm apparel just to give back to the community because it was a really cold winter. But most notably, one of our best projects and the most exciting one is the Shape Skills. We actually developed this project during COVID time, and we were sitting there and we're like, okay, what are we going to do to the community to change it? And we decided one problem that we have as the youth is we have people that come out of university and you've got the qualification and not the skill. So we're like, how can we upskill the youth? And that's when we came up with different clusters like communications, marketing, and diplomacy, project management, entrepreneurship, IT, and web design. So we are working in conjunction with the United Nations on this, and we have different cohorts where we allow people to apply and we just upskill them so they're ready for employment.
What type of qualities does Global Shapers hope to instill in young people that get involved with the work that you do? You did, interesting enough, mention the fact of people coming out of university without having any jobs, but also at the same time, there's also a sense of entitlement. I mean, some people feel that, well, I have a master's degree, so I can't just go out there and do something for free. How does Global Shapers change that narrative?
Okay, so you need to look at it from this perspective. So one of the things we do is we have areas of impact. So we can't just haphazardly wake up and decide to do a project. We have to follow one of the areas of impact. And one of our core areas of impact is entrepreneurship. Now, highlighting entrepreneurship into this program that we're doing is once you teach someone to have an entrepreneurial mind, even when they go into a place of employment, they don't have that entitlement of saying, I've got a master's degree, I shouldn't be doing this. Because then we replace entitlement with a sense of ownership and accountability. So that's what our training really instills in the youth.
What are the benefits? I beg your pardon. If somebody who's watching this interview is interested in getting involved with Global Shapers, where do they start?
Okay, so we have open applications. We normally announce on our social media accounts. That's Global Shapers on Twitter. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. Then they apply. And the benefit of joining such a community is I will not lie to you. There is a lot of people that are doing huge stuff on Global Shapers. When I joined, I was able to, my world translated from just knowing a diplomat from reading someone in a textbook to actually meeting someone who's working towards becoming a diplomat. It also translated from being a student of politics and just thinking, okay, how am I going to get into the political arena, to actually being inside the same community as Honorable Emma Theophilus, because she's also a global shaper. Yeah. And those are just two mentionable names. We've also got people that are in entrepreneurship, people that are doing startups, such as Jabu Logistics. The general manager, the guy who actually worked alongside David, is a global shaper. And we have a lot of people, a lot of other people. I mean, one of the judges from Miss Namibia is a global shaper. And that's the benefit of being in such a community. It's guaranteed growth for you personally, and it keeps you on track if you are determined to actually impact your community. If you want to be different and if you want to make a difference, then Global Shapers is where you need to start.
All right, Kudzai, thank you so much for your time, and we wish you and the rest of the Global Shapers Windhoek Hub all the best for this year. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, that was Kudzai Sibanda, the head of fundraising at the Global Shapers Windhoek, talking to us about what they do and the opportunities that the organization presents. We'll be back after.